you want to get this look today and see what I think about the products I tested out today, then just keep watching. Okay, so I have went ahead and moisturized my eyes and my face. And for my eyes, I use the Dr. Brandt Do Not Age Triple Peptide Eye Cream, which is right here. And it looks like that. It's the best for not making like my concealers crease, but still moisturizing my eyes. And then the same with this, my face moisturizer is the Dermalogica Active Moist. And it's right here. It's my favorite. It doesn't really make like my foundation oily or slide or move or anything. And then for my lips, I did go ahead and put Luca's Paw Paw ointment on my lips just to go ahead and get those really soft and moist because I don't want them looking dry and crackly. So I guess I will go ahead and get straight right into the video. And I'm going to kind of do probably more of a simple eye look today. That's what I have in mind. And most of these products I have not used yet, so this is kind of going to be like the first impressions on a lot of things, on what I think of this stuff. So I'm going to use my favorite eye primers, and I use two. You don't necessarily have to use them both, and you don't even have to use them. You can use concealer, pretty good too. But my first primer I'm going to use for my eyelids is the NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. It's just right here. And I do go ahead and just put this on here like that. And I use my finger just to smear it out in. Just to smear it in and get it on there. And like I said, you don't have to use the next eyeshadow primer I'm going to use. I just do. I really like to use it. Just, I don't know. Maybe it's unnecessary, but I feel like it's necessary for me. But it's the Kat Von D High Voltage Eye Primer. It's the Prime and Correct, and it's just right here. And I just squeeze it out on my fingertips, and it looks like that right there. It reminds me of like a thick concealer in a way, like a very thick concealer. And I just go ahead and smear that all over my eyelid with my finger. And then I'll go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye. Just get a little tiny bit, because really this stuff goes a long way. Like a little goes a really long way with this stuff. I didn't get as much on that one. I just feel like it like really cancels out any redness I have under my eyes, which pretty much with concealer would pretty much do the same thing. I just feel like this works a little bit better for me. And keep in mind, my eyelids are usually pretty oily, but now I do have combo skin in a way, and my T-zone gets very oily. So that, my eyelids of course are oily. And I'm gonna go ahead and set that, and I'm gonna be using the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar Palette right here. I've never used this, and it's just right here. It's super pretty. Most people do crazy looks with it. I, however, I'm gonna keep it pretty simple. I believe I'm gonna keep it pretty simple, maybe a little bit kind of summery look. And the first shade I'm gonna go just to set this in. I usually don't use like a white to set my eyelids after I put primer in, but today I'm going to, just for the sake of using one palette. But I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Glucose. It's right here. It's just the white one. And I'm gonna use one of my Tarte brushes out of the Mermaid just to go ahead and set that with. You can really use any brush you want to for this. It's really not that important on a brush because you're just literally putting it all over your eyes. And wow, that was pretty pigmented. That's why I usually use like a more eyeshadow color that kind of just blends right in with my skin. But it's okay because we can just make this work too. Just really setting that primer in so it doesn't crease or anything. And then it makes my eyeshadows go on smoothly and not stick and be patchy. I think I'm going to use the color Cake Mix, which is right here. It's a very pretty like pinky in a way, but mauve-y color. And I'm going to be using the Morphe M441. This is one of my favorite brushes. Like, you have to have this, I feel like. And then I just went ahead and dipped it. I'll just tap the excess off, so hopefully no fallout. And then we're just gonna go ahead and blend that into our crease. Just make it a very good, nice transition shade for us. And I think I'm gonna go more for a halo look today for the eyes. And we're gonna make the center of the lid be a little pop of shimmer, glittery color. And I really kind of do this in circular motions. Sometimes I do windshield wiper motions, but not a lot because I feel like the circular really helps blend everything together way better for me. And then I am going to bring this like a little bit in the inner corner of my eye because again, I am going for that halo look today.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized.
And I'm really not getting a lot on my brush just because I like to build things up. I don't like to go heavy-handed because sometimes it's really hard to get it to be lighter and to come off, and adding more is just really easy. You just keep adding. I mean, it may take a little bit more time to do that, but you're gonna get a better outcome with it and you're gonna be a lot happier with it. And I really like to just build this color because the more I build it, the prettier I feel like it gets. Like, this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous color right here.
Touched by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because
Together. And then the next shade I believe I'm gonna use is called Tongue Pop, and it's just right here. It's very pretty. I'm gonna keep this more of like a pinky, like summer. I'm not gonna go with a bright pink right now. And I'm using the Morphe M433 brush to do that. And I'm just gonna put this shade below the first shade, the Cake Mix shade. And we're gonna see if this is dark enough for what I really want it to be. Because it may not be. It may just kind of blend right in with that Cake Mix since I did build that up a whole lot. And I'm very impressed with this because I'm really like not getting like any ball out, and that's impressive to me. Extremely impressive. Like, I use a lot of high-end eyeshadows, and I also use some affordable drugstore eyeshadows. And I usually always get fallout, typically no matter what, just a tiny bit. But like I said, fallout I don't really pay that much attention to because it's not a big deal to me because I can just go in and clean it up. Because that's the main reason I do my eyes first. I don't do the foundation first and my face first, because in case I do have to clean any fallout up, it's a lot easier if you just have a bare face. You don't just spend so much time and work on your face. And then we are going to go ahead and deepen this up a little bit. And I think I'm going to go with the Cherry Soda shade right here. It's very pretty. Love that. And I love the name of it, Cherry Soda. It reminds me of like a cherry Coca-Cola. Or I think they have those. Maybe a cherry Dr. Pepper. I think they have those both. Not sure. And then, but for that shade, I'm going to go ahead and do the Morphe E18 brush right here. And it's more of a smaller brush so I can really get in there because I want to make it, I don't want this to go everywhere because it's the deeper color. So I'm going to go right below the Tongue Pop shade we just used for that. And I'm just going to go very light-handed because so far these shadows are very pigmented. So I don't want it too dark though. So just tap that excess off, and then we're going to go, like I said, just below the Tongue Pop shade that we did just use. Wow, this is like very pretty. And if you guys want like a more dramatic look with this eyeshadow palette, let me know, because I can definitely do that. I just wanted to keep it more simple today, because this is something like, I feel like a lot of people would wear, because it's not like a very crazy intense look that we're going for. Like, wow, look at that cherry pop. Like, I'm going to go through and blend that out again, because blending is key when doing eyeshadow.
Echoes collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the sky.
And then I'm going to go back in with my Morphe M433 brush right here, and I'm going to use Tongue Pop again just to blend that out a little bit.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me.
I'm going to add a little bit more color to this side just to get it even. And I'm just going back in with Cherry Soda again, and then my Morphe E18 brush. And then I'm not putting any extra product on my Morphe M433 brush. I'm just really using it to blend out at this point. And you don't want to go too far in the inner corner of your eye, and I probably will clean some of it up, and that's easy to do. You can just use your concealer and just clean up whatever you don't like that's too far in the inner corner of your eye. And then the shade Sweetener in the James Charles palette. In the Jeffree Star palette. And I'm going to use that brush, Morphe M124. It just looks like that. I love this for packing eyeshadow on my lid. It's amazing. Right here is that color. I'm going to go in with that. And we're just going to put that on the center of our eyelid. Like I said, I may use the MAC Fix Plus or some glitter glue just to make it pop a little bit more.
By the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get some more of that shade on my brush, and then I'm gonna use my MAC Prep Prime right here, and I'm just gonna squirt it on my brush, and then I'm gonna go back in and just pack it on my lid.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in.
Like, I don't know if you can really tell the difference on the camera, but this has definitely got a lot more pop than my left eye right here. With that, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for the other eye. Get some on my brush, and then I'm just going to spray it again. I don't know why I'm not doing this. Like, I need to dry that out or something. And we're going to do the same thing on this eye right here. Just going to go ahead and pack that on. And you can dab your brush back into that shade, because I do that a lot. I just feel like it gives me more on my brush. And I'm really not swapping this. I'm like really just dabbing it and packing it on, because I don't want it to move on me. I feel like I don't get as much out of it, because it is wet. You don't want to move the product. You want it to stay.
Hold tight, dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you.
And at this point, I'm going to use the very first brush that I used, which is the Morphe M441 brush. And I'm going to go back in with that shade that we used the first one, the Cake Mix shade right here. I'm just going to use that to really try to blend everything out. And I don't want this color lost in the look. Right now I feel like I've got it lost in the look, so I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit more on the top, the very top where we had originally started applying it.
By the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide.
I love this palette because you can really go for a crazy, dramatic, bold look. Or this is, you know, this isn't very simple, I would say. But it's simpler than a lot of looks you can get out of this. And you can even go even simpler out of this palette, which I like also. I'm going to go back in with the M433 brush right here and go back in with Tongue Pop one last time just to really get closer in here and really blend right in here.
Breathing in, hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight.
And then we're pretty much done with the eyes right now. To clean it up, I usually use a makeup remover wipe, but I think I want to use this today. This is the Bioderma, the micellar water right here. And I'm just going to put it on a little cotton round thing. I forgot what they're called. And I'm just going to put a little bit on here because this will remove makeup, and it also acts as a toner as well. I really like this. And I just go down in here, and I'm going to clean underneath my eyes in case anything came down here.
Because of you, dripping lights, paint the.
Now I'm going to dab it dry. And since I kind of did just take makeup off and moisturizer off, I think I'm going to add a little bit more of my moisturizer just because I don't want my under eyes getting dry. So what I'll do is I will just go back in with what I said I had originally already moisturized my eyes with, which is the Dr. Brandt Do Not Age Triple Peptide Eye Cream. I'm just going to get a tiny bit because, again, a little of this goes a long way. I love this stuff. This is like amazing. I just really get a tiny bit, and I just dab it underneath my eyes.
Dripping lights, paint the skies, only you.
So today I'm going to be doing a first impression, I guess, also on a lot of things, but this is one of them. It's the Smashbox The Hood Witch Crystallized Photo Finish Loyal Ritual Powder Water. Right here is the packaging of this. I'm just going to open it and show you guys. And it looks like this right here. I actually really like this packaging. It's the Jasmine and Rose. Look at this. This is so cool. It's like, I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and squirt this on my face. Not that dry. This smells amazing. Oh my gosh. This smells so good. Like, oh my gosh. I just want to keep squirting this on my face. That smells so good. That makes my face feel very hydrated and refreshed. So I really like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This is for the smoothing primer right here. And then I just mainly focus this on my T-zone. I'll just get a little bit on here. And I really just focus this on my T-zone, mainly on my cheeks right here and my nose. Because I have really bad pores. I hate them. So yeah, there's that. And then the foundation I'm going to use today, I've actually never used it before, and I'm really excited to use it. It's the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And I have the shade Medium 3 in Stromboli, I think that's what it's called. And then for this, I'm going to use my damp beauty blender. I did go ahead and already wet that. I rinsed the water out. So here's the packaging of this. It just looks like a NARS product to me. It's just sleek. And I love that it has a pump. I'm just going to squirt, well, yes, I'll squirt some on my hand.
the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you.
Okay, so far I really like this foundation, and I really want to love this foundation, so we shall see. And then I did go ahead and get the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer right here. I've not used this yet either, just now in packaging, but I did spray some of that MAC on here, I guess, or even the primer water I got in the packaging. But this one is shade medium 1 in custard. I really hope this goes well with that foundation. I just opened it, but it looks like this. It just looks kind of like the foundation. It's very sleek. And it just has a little wand like this. Let's see. And of course you do not want your foundation and concealer to match. You want your concealer to be like your highlighting. So I put probably way too much concealer on, honestly. But I do drag it down into like a triangle. I drag it way down here on my cheeks and bring it out. And then I do put this on my nose, a little on my lip, on my chin, and then I'm gonna put some on my forehead, because I want this to be like the highlighting of me, and I just put it on there because I'm gonna go through and blend it out. And again, you do not have to put this much concealer on. This is just my preference and what I prefer. I really hope I like this concealer, but it feels a little thick right now, but maybe it will not get cakey. Let's hope not. But I do like this so far. It's really highlighted underneath my eyes and in the areas I wanted it highlighted. So I do really like that. And then to set all of the things on my face, like my concealer and my foundation, I use the Laura Mercier, if that's even how you say it. I really don't know. But it's a translucent powder. It's a loose setting powder right here. I do love this stuff, and I just tap some. And I don't necessarily bake with it. I really just press it into my skin, like I did it on my beauty blender, and I just really press it in on my skin.
Hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you. So
we do have that done. Your face is pretty much got that locked into place so that it will not move on you. And then I will go ahead and I'm going to bronze my face, and I have not used this yet, and I don't know why, because everyone loves this. I feel like I've heard such great things about it, That is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and Deep Bronzer. I have not used it yet. I'm just gonna open it. I've heard it smells good, so I have high hopes that it's gonna smell good. Just go ahead and take it out. And I honestly really like the packaging of it. It's very beachy and summery to me. Oh my gosh, it does smell amazing. Now it does come with this little, I don't even know what it is. I guess you could use it, but I'm not. I'm honestly gonna throw that away because I will never use that. Oh, cool, they have a little, mirror. Dang, but it does smell so good. And to bronze, well, I'm not gonna contour first. Sorry. But for my contour, I'm gonna use this Benefit Cheekathon palette right here. It has a lot of blushes and it has one bronzer, which is the Hoola right here. You don't have to buy this whole palette to use what I'm using in this, of course. But I'm gonna use Hoola right here, and I'm gonna use the Morphe M501 brush to just contour. I have my NARS brush as well, and I do love it. I love it a lot, but I've been really enjoying this brush recently, so that's what I'm gonna use. And I've just put this right here. You want to get it right under your cheekbone, kind of like at the top of your ear, and bring it down. And if you were, you do not want to bring it out in here. You just really want to keep it right there. And then I do bring a little bit right down here in my neck, my jaw bone line underneath it. You get what I'm trying to say. Then I just blend it out like that. And then I am going to go ahead and use a e.l.f. This is really an eyeshadow brush. I have the e.l.f. contour one, but I lost it. I did used to use it. But it just looks like that. You can use whatever brush works best to contour your nose. And I do put a little bit underneath my lips right here, or my bottom lip. It gives it more of like that pouty look. It gives it like that shadow look. And I just put it right there. And then I'm gonna, I do this on my nose because I feel like I have a pretty large nose. I'm very self-conscious about it. And this may look a little crazy right now, but I will blend this out. And then that is pretty much done for contour. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the bronzer. Gosh, it smells so good. Okay, and then I'm gonna use this Tarte, it's like the Mermaid Collection brush. I don't even know what it's called. It doesn't have a name on it, but it just looks like this, and I just really like it to bronze me up a little bit. And I do love bronzer. And I do just take the bronzer, I kind of pretty much do 3 like that.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you.
now that I have got that done, I'm going to go ahead and put blush, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend everything out. And since I did already use the Chicathon palette by Benefit, I'm going to go ahead and use that same palette. And I'm going to use Rocketer, I think it is. Don't hold me to that. I don't know for sure if that's how you pronounce it. But it's just right here. And I'm going to use it because it really looks like it's going to give like a glow to my face. And I never have used this by itself, so I don't know how it's going to go. I usually just mix. I mix a lot of these blushes together. But I'm going to go ahead and try that because it's calling and speaking to me. It's calling my name. And then I just do a half smile. And I place it on there and I just blend out. Kind of on the apples of my cheek. And with this, I'm using Morphe E4. It's just like an angled. I think it's really for maybe contour. It just sets nicely on my cheeks. And then I do blend that blush out. So I got it just a little bit heavier than what I want it because I am going to blend it out. And to blend, I use the Morphe M462 brush. It's just like a little bigger stipple brush. I love this brush. Like, this is a have-to brush for me. And then I really just blend everything out. Like, I blend my nose contour out with it.
Chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies. All because of you.
And then I'm going to go ahead and carve out down in here in case like any bronzer or contour got a little lower than what I like it. And I just use our translucent La Mercier palette and my beauty blender and do this. Really just carve it out. And I'll do the same thing to the other side.
Through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, hold tight. Chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight.
So we have that. I'm going to kind of go in with the highlight that I want to use. And this is probably one of my favorite highlights that I really enjoy. It's the Kylie Jenner. It is called Pressed Illuminating Powder, which is in this packaging, and it looks like this right here. And honestly, for me, I mix all four of them together, and it's Privacy Please, Unbothered, Do Not Disturb, and Getaway. Just mix all four together, and I love it. You don't have to. You can just mix whatever ones you want. Whichever colors you like that'll work for your skin tone and the look you're going for. And for this, I use my Anastasia. It's rubbed off, maybe. I think it's A23 brush, but it's rubbed off so I can't fully see. But I will leave everything that I have used in the description bar down below, but I'm pretty sure it's A23. Don't hold me to that, but I do believe it is. So then I just, I literally just mix all of those together and just tap it off. And then I put it right here. Blend that out with the same brush, the Morphe M462 brush, and I do just like to
Open eye, feel the waves cut.
the browns today. I do believe I'm going to use my Anastasia 12 brush. It has a little spoolie on the end, and then it has the brush right here. And this is my favorite brow product. As crazy as it sounds, as much as I have used it, this is my favorite brow product. Now I do have the Anastasia Brow Definer, I think it's called. I've used the Brow Wiz. And I do have the pomade. And sometimes I will go in and add it in, but this is just my favorite. And it's super affordable. It's the Milani Brow Fix Kit. But I typically don't use, and this is in shade Light. 01 Light. And I do typically use just this shade right here. Most of the time I don't ever go with that. Unless there's like a spot where I really have no hair, but I need there to look like there's hair there, then I'll use that. But for the most part, I just use that lighter shade right there. And I'll go ahead and dip my brush in there. And again, I always just try to knock the excess powder off of whatever I'm using. If it's powder, I always do. And this brush is just really small, and I feel like it gets in place there where I want it. But I don't really necessarily try to always be clean with it, because I do go back in and I clean everything up with concealer.
Paint the sky, all because of you. Dripping lights, paint the sky, only you.
Just gonna use a clean rag because it was bugging my lips. And I did just wipe that off, but I'm not done with my brows. I just kept noticing it and it was really getting on my nerves. I probably should have done that before a long time ago, but I didn't. So
Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights, paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights, paint the skies.
he's pretty much okay. I'm just gonna go in and clean them up. And to clean them up, I'm just gonna go ahead and use a Morphe M165 brush. It's just like an angled brush. It's like that. It's just angled. It allows me to just clean it up. And I always use whatever concealer that I've used on my face to clean it up, because I always just, it's lighter there and it blends pretty okay. And I just get it on my brush and just clean it.
Dripping lights, paint the skies, only you. So
And honestly, I put a very light amount, and then I'll just go back and just dab it a little bit just to make sure it's all blended. But honestly, you really couldn't even see it. And I didn't even have to clean up a whole lot this time. I'm not gonna spend any more time on my brows, I don't think, because I just want to have some of them. But to set them, I do use the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel right here, and you just open it up, pull it out. It looks like this. It just really locks and sets them right into place. Anyway, I kind of want to go back in with my eyes and add still Jezebel. I don't know. I suck at pronouncing names. I'm sorry, but it looks like this. I do think I just want to add like a little pop. Maybe not everywhere I put that inner corner shade, but just a little bit. Or do I? Okay, I'm not even going to use a brush. I just literally want a hint of this color. I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger, and I'm barely dabbing anywhere.
Dripping lights paint the skies. Only you can make me feel alive.
And then I do kind of want my eyes to look a little bit more open, so I'm going to go ahead and use the NYX, let's see, it's called the NYX Retractable Liner in black. It just looks like that, and I put this like on my waterline on the top, just to, it makes like my lashes and everything blend good together. And for this, I just lift my eye up, and I just put it on there. Let's see.
Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you.
And then I'm going to go in with that NYX Retractable Liner again in the shade White, and I'm just going to put this on my lower waterline. It just really makes my eyes look more awake and open.
Open eye, feel the waves cut.
Let's go ahead and do our lower lash line. For this, I'm going to use my Morphe M432 brush. It just really allows me to get under there and pack any color. And I'm going to use the shade Cherry Soda to do this. And I'm just going to pack this tightly to my lower.
Collide, hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you.
And then just to really blend this out, I'm going to use the Morphe M515 brush. It's just very small. Allows me to get in there and blend. For that, I'm going to use the shade Tongue Pop, which is right here.
Dripping lights paint the skies, only.
Go ahead and add some highlight to the inner corner of my eye, just a little bit, not a lot, because again, this is a halo look. But I'm going to use the highlighting palette that we had used, the Kylie one, and again, I just mix all four of them together. And I just put just a little bit like right here. Not a lot, like you really can't tell. It just makes my eyes look more open and awake. And then I put this underneath my brow to highlight it. And I typically always just use whatever highlight I use on my face for that as well. And then I'm just going to go ahead and curl my lashes and put some mascara on. And you don't really have to use
paint the skies, only you can make me.
I use the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume, and then I go over it with the Benefit Roller Lash. These two are my favorite mascaras. And I just go in with the CoverGirl first. It just looks like this.
Breathing in, hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping.
And then now I'm going to go ahead and go in with that Benefit Roller Lash. This is my other favorite mascara, and it just looks like this.
So
first time actually using this brand and this lash as well. It is called the Hello Beauty Be Fashion BU lashes. They just look like that. It came with one of not one of my kids, it came with my kit because I'm becoming a certified makeup artist. I'm doing it a lot, and so this just came with my kit. And honestly, I think it's really nice. I haven't tried them out yet. They in a way remind me of my Ardell Wispies right here. This is my Ardell ones, and this is the one that came with the kit. There's really not that much of a difference in them. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and measure it out. But again, like I said, you do not have to put these lashes on. Just put your lip on and you can be done. But for the lash glue, I'm going to use the Duo brush on adhesive with vitamins. And I prefer this because I love the packaging of it. It's like this, and you can literally just rub it on your lashes. I'm just fanning it a little bit, let it get a little tacky and sticky. And I do use my tweezers just to go ahead and place these lashes.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me so alive.
And then for lips, I'm gonna keep it a little bit more natural. I'm gonna use the Too Faced Chocolate Milkshake, the melted chocolate. Whoa, this just smells so good. It just makes you literally want to go eat chocolate.
Hold tight, dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you.
I'm gonna go over it with this Lemonade DC right here. This came in a BoxyCharm subscription I believe it was. I just got over it to make it glossier.
By the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight.
Can I roll on your lips? I'm just not going to today. And then also one more new thing to show you guys that I am going to try. And it's the Anastasia Dewy Set Setting Spray. Let me get it out. There we go. And it looks like this. Like, how stinking pretty is this packaging? Just just gonna spray it to the side. It smells good. And then I just close my eyes and I just spray.
Dripping lights paint the skies. Only you so alive.
And this right here is our final finished look. Again, I wanted to keep it a little bit more simple, add a little pinky to it. And you can change your lip. You can go Barker. I don't even know. You can go darker. You can do whatever you want. You could do like a really, really bold lip, and that would be cute also. You know, keep your eyes a little bit down. And so your lips like, bam, in your face. But this is our final finished look. I do just want to go ahead and end this and give you like my first impressions on the products that I did try today first off. And if I didn't tell you, like if I used it and I didn't say this is new and we didn't, you know, kind of unopen it, or, you know, I didn't say this is my first time using this. Then I loved everything, of course, because I still continue to use it. So first off, this Blood Sugar palette by Jeffree Star right here. I do very much so. I love this palette. It did not really give you any fallout, and honestly, when you use colors that ours weren't really bright today, but if you use like cherry soda, if you use that, usually you're gonna get some type of fallout, and I did not really get any fallout. Like if I got fallout and I had to clean up, it's really because it was my mistake. Not necessarily my mistake. I don't go very clean because I know I'm going to go in and I'm going to clean it up. So I love this. Like I love this. I just want to go get all of his palettes now. And then, well, next we'll use that Smashbox primer water. I don't know if it necessarily done anything, but I will continue to use this, and I'll probably definitely would repurchase this because it really made my face feel hydrated and refreshed and like it was ready to get makeup put on it. And then foundation. So far, I really like the look this gives me. It doesn't suck the life out of me, like make me completely matte, but it's also not making me just so oily and just look awfully like I'm sweating or something. No, it does not do that. It's like a natural, healthy look. It just looks like skin in a way, and it was very full coverage. So I love this so far. Love it. And then the NARS concealer right here. I do like this a lot actually. I don't really notice like any cakiness or any breaking up or any patchiness. I'm not noticing that at all. As the day goes, it could change. Same with the foundation, it could change. But so far, my first impression on this, I love it. And the same with the Anastasia Doobie set right here. I like this. I feel like it set my face very well, and I also feel like it helped really bring some glow and life to my face. I do really like this. And with these eyelashes, I like them. Like I really do like them. They were much longer than I thought they would be in the packaging though. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm all for the drama and lashes. So yeah, but definitely had me fooled a little bit. I thought they would be a little shorter, but I love them. Overall, everything. Oh, and I did not mention the bronzer. The Physicians Formula bronzer. I love this bronzer. Like it gives me like, it's not necessarily looking like a matte bronzer. It kind of looks like it in a way has like a glow to it. Like, and the smell, it just smells like, it just smells so good and like summery. I love it. So everything I tried today so far, I'm super impressed with, and I really do love it all. So I would definitely probably repurchase anything that I used today.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, hold tight.
What am I saying? I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Bye.